This is the Global Economic Commodities Scrap Metal and Recycling Report by our Bentley roll-off trailers and lugger trucks, October 18, 2021. This is Brian Sides reporting while Greg Brown is out of the United States. U.S. weekly crude steel production fell to 1.858 million tons, an 84.2% steel mill utilization rate. Demand is being hurt by continued vehicle production cuts and steel imports. WTI crude oil price rose to $82.28 per barrel, a 7-year high. Importantly, this was on good demand and tight supply. The U.S. weekly oil rig count rose to 445, still well off the highs, but is trending up. U.S. weekly oil production rose to 11.4 million barrels per day, but a huge 1.7 million barrels per day less than 2020. Note, OPEC increased production by 400,000 barrels per day. Importantly, this means higher U.S. oil production is a key global solution to lower prices. U.S. production is down due to tough bank credit and drillers wanting still higher prices. Scrap steel number 1 HMS price rose to $416.67 per gross ton on good demand and good supply. Nucor's U.S. DRI plant is down, which is pressurizing higher scrap prices. Hot roll coil steel price fell to $95.47 per hundredweight, $1,909 per ton on lower demand. Importantly, lower demand is due to lower vehicle production and rising imports. Copper price rose to $4.72 per pound, hitting a new record on Friday. Moreover, this was on good demand and constrained supply, with the lowest inventory in 47 years. High power costs are causing smelter shutdowns. Aluminum price rose to $1.439 per pound, $3,172 per metric ton, near the 2008 record. This was on the same good demand and constrained supply. U.S. October preliminary consumer sentiment, it fell to 71.4 as the gauge of current conditions fell. On a positive, long-term inflation expectations fell, while government policies were a concern. U.S. August job openings fell to 10.44 million, down from July's record. Healthcare and food services were down and open federal government jobs were up. U.S. September annual inflation rose to 5.4%, matching the recent 13-year high. Importantly, note that energy was up the most. Core inflation, which excludes food and energy, was steady at 4%. U.S. NFIB September Small Business Optimism Index. It fell to 99.1, the lowest in 6 months. The number of businesses offering higher pay is at a 48-year high. Hiring workers and supply chain remain problematic. Also, higher taxes remain a concern. U.S. September retail sales, they were up a big 13.9% versus last year and 0.7% from August. The average for the about last 30 years was 4.6%, so great news. U.S. weekly initial unemployment claims fell to 293,000, the lowest since March 2020. Great news, but there are still too many people not even looking for work. Wall Street's Dow Jones Industrial Average rose to 35,295, only 336 points off the record high. Importantly, this was on solid U.S. retail sales and strong bank earnings. As always, feel free to call Greg or email him with any questions, and we hope all have a safe and profitable week.